Welcome to Deluxe Finance. If you enjoy this type of content, then subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on any of our latest and greatest uploads. There are several things people prepare for in life, and hyperinflation is one of them. Even if there's a low chance of hyperinflation happening, high inflation still hurts economies and finances, so you must take proactive steps before the situation arises. Waiting for the excessive inflation increase only reduces your purchasing power. It might become hard to afford the things you need and also difficult to find them. So preparing for hyperinflation helps you protect your financial stability. The following are ways to prepare for hyperinflation. Number 1. Look for stores of value. An example is a non-perishable item like a generator. All non-perishables are stores of value, so it's better to buy a generator and store value in it than in currency. Number 2. Don't try swapping your local currency because of huge taxes. Also, the government may impose capital controls and may even illegalize forex trading. All these are to prop up the falling currency. Number 3. Spend money on the necessities, keeping in mind that for every day the cash is unspent, it loses value. So it's better to make significant purchases before hyperinflation hits. Number 4. Try to diversify your income and don't depend on a single source. Like everyday inflation, follow the 60-40 rule for stocks and bonds. Then look for a bank with a fixed interest rate and keep your money there. Finally, know that hyperinflation is a systemic problem, so there's little you can do to change it. The best course of action is to adapt to avoid its effects as much as possible. What should you buy before inflation hits? Should you go for the best prepper food first or make other strategic and informed choices? Following, we cover what to buy before hyperinflation hits. Real estate. Suppose you have plans to buy a home and you've saved for it. Buy it before hyperinflation. If you delay, prices will get inflated and the median market price will get higher than it is now. The property price increase is largely due to the increased price of raw materials. If you already have a down payment on a house, your mortgage payments will likely remain the same. But if you can pay it off before hyperinflation, it is advisable to do so. Precious metals. The value of precious metals, especially gold and silver, increases during hyperinflation. This is mainly because the value of these metals doesn't change like cash. As a result, they always appreciate while currencies can depreciate. Commodities. This largely covers food items and other necessities. Knowing how to survive hyperinflation means understanding the type of food to park and how long it will last you and your family. There are certain types of supplies you must have. Dry foods. Dry foods always make it into the survival food buckets. The United States has been experiencing food shortages since the early days of COVID-19. This affected dried items like pasta, beans, rice, and spices, and could eventually lead to a worldwide food shortage. The war in Ukraine means that this situation may persist for a while. The increased inflation is also a major factor, so stock up on dry food items because grocery stores don't hold very much. While most of them, like pasta, do have expiration dates, they have a long shelf life, unlike canned foods and other perishables. Other food items to purchase when preparing for hyperinflation are wheat, corn, potatoes, and dairy. Another essential commodity to buy before hyperinflation hits is canned foods, including vegetables, fruits, and meats. These foods are easy to store and use in different ways. For example, you can dry or buy dried meat. Dried meat can last up to a year if refrigerated. However, vegetables and fruits won't last that long. Also, ensure the canned products have a long expiration date. If you buy products that would expire in a month or two, it defeats the purpose of stocking up before hyperinflation. Keep in mind that canned foods are more expensive than what you'll buy from the farmer's market. But if that's what you'll eat, ensure you stock up. It's an excellent idea to buy seeds and grow your food if you're into gardening. However, there is a limit on what you can grow. For instance, you can grow vegetables and herbs, but you can't plant rice or beans in your backyard garden, so grow what you can and buy what you can't. Include baking supplies in the list of what to buy before hyperinflation hits. Purchase baking soda, flour, yeast, and salt. These items can last a few months before going bad if you store them in a cold, dry place. Craved and daily items are not food, but commodities people can't live without and use daily. Examples are toothbrushes, detergents, toothpaste, alcohol, cigarettes, etc. Even if you don't smoke, you can buy and sell cigarettes to those who do when scarcity peaks. Don't forget to stock up on coffee if you're a drinker. If you have children, buy snacks, diapers, and a first aid kit. The latter is important because you must look after your health even in times of inflated prices and scarcity. So purchase over-the-counter medications, vitamin supplements, and immune boosters. Hyperinflation causes an increase in electricity bills. The best way to get ahead is by investing in solar power, especially if you live in a place with lots of sunlight. Get solar-powered tools and solar-powered appliances. This will keep you less reliant on electricity providers and help you save money during hyperinflation. Hyperinflation often affects people who keep cash and those who earn fixed salaries the most. As their money depletes, they might resort to other ways to get funds. This is why there's unrest during inflation or hyperinflation. Historically, there's a relationship between crime and high inflation. Therefore, you need to invest in security tools to protect yourself and your loved ones. If you don't have one, buy a home security system, tasers, and pepper sprays. Also, your house can be a target if word gets around that you have stocked up food, so take security seriously. Aside from all we've discussed, you can purchase certain assets that resist inflation and keep you financially buoyant. So consider investing in Treasury inflation-protected securities, or TIPS, real estate investment trusts, or REITs, the S&P 50, and real estate income. Furthermore, car prices go up during hyperinflation, so you might consider making a down payment now if you want to get one. If you already have one, buy parts and store them. It's wise to buy engine oil and extra tires. Also, ensure you have enough storage space for the items you buy. If you don't, make a shed for large items. Alternatively, clean out your cabinets and rid them of things you no longer need. Then use the space to store your food and other items. Finally, don't go into debt in trying to prepare for hyperinflation. It won't help to sink into a financial hole while trying to avoid one in the first place. Instead, create a list using the economic principle of the scale of preference and work from the most important to the least. Another way to survive inflation and protect yourself from its effects is to build a support network with like-minded people. Sharing resources, knowledge, and skills can help you navigate difficult times more effectively. Additionally, learning new skills such as gardening, food preservation, and basic repair work can make you more self-reliant and better prepared for economic uncertainty. You may never live through hyperinflation, but being prepared doesn't hurt. Again, while you cannot control the economic situation of your country, you can limit the harm you suffer as a result. So follow our list of what to buy before inflation hits, but also make sure to prepare for everyday emergencies. Have a bug-out bag list and go through it. Put together your 72-hour food kit and get a start on prepping for any emergencies that might come up. And with that, we've reached the end of this video all about how to prepare for hyperinflation. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content just like it.